when you go on the stage in front of a microphone, there's few things happening, right? You have researched the material, or let's just say a joke, a stand-up comedy, or a comedy material or story, and the few things happening is it's stuck in your mind. It's not coming out through your mouth. You're not voicing. You're like, "Hi everyone." I, there's a lot of bubbling happen, and one of the reason, and I'm gonna quote T.J. Miller, and he said something very important. It's like, you know, you you want to present something at a certain date from a certain report. You can look at the report, do your research, filter it out, do your grammar check, and you present it just fine mostly. But if you are in a scenario where somebody just give you the microphone and say, hey, you got to talk about this, then you don't really have the time or the preparation to filter what's happening in your brain, bring it into an execution level, what's happening in your mouth. You got to word it out now, but what's happening in your brain is usually the idea that's generating. So to get rid of that part requires a lot of practice, a lot of trial and error, and sucking at it. Basically, you make a mistake and you're just gonna keep doing it. You have a bad stand-up comedy session, and then you're just gonna have to schedule the next one. So a lot of practice. There's a language barrier too, because now you have not only you're filtering your content from your brain to your mouth, you also have a, what do you call, the translator, right? The extra mechanism. If you are, let's say you are Hispanic or an Indian or Bangladeshi, you have the content, cooking in your brain, in your own language, in your own cultural background, because the nuances are different now. And then when you are presenting them, all this has to, first of all, be translating into the right, correct English, the grammatical check, then the, cultural transition, background, nuance, and now you are putting your right content with the right filtering. So there's a lot of hesitation, and when you are feeling you are choking in front of the microphone, this is what's happening, and that's why I told you at the beginning that I reverse engineer uh, what goes wrong. I never felt I could be a performer or I should be one. It's always me trying to create the content. I'm a content creator and scriptwriter and editing. So with all that, when I give it a shot, say, hey, I want to be a public speaker or stand-up comedian, I realize the transition isn't that easy. And that's what I'm going to talk about today. You have to get to the microphone, which is the first step and the biggest step, the most important step in your life for the public speaking. And then you have to accept that I'm going to forget, I'm going to make a mistake, I'm going to be choking, feel like nervous breakdown. I'm going to have a hard time staring at the lights, talking from the microphone, voice it out, uh, making eye contact to the people at the auditorium, strangers in the darkness. But I should say that is a start, and don't worry about it. This is where we have to think about these as our background, because you have to go through this. You cannot just practice and get your content ready and get your confidence boosted up, which is also through practice. And one day you go on the microphone and you give it the best speech. No, that's never going to happen. That's never going to happen. So don't put your expectation too high. I'm not saying expect to fail, but it's okay to fail. That's why failure is the pillar of success. It's okay to fail and accept that failure if there's one, and this will handle your nervousness, and that will you'll be you have to be easy on yourself. You know, you have to be forgiving. You have to forgive yourself. This also goes back to, you have to love yourself for what you do. So even if you fail, just love yourself. That's totally all right.